In order to understand how NAT operates now, we need to understand the difference between local and global areas of our network. Now, when we talked about how the firewall operates, we talked about the inside trusted area and the outside untrusted area. And typically with NAT, these correlate that our local network is affiliated with our inside trusted network and that our global network is affiliated with the outside and untrusted network. Is this always true? No, this is not always true. The idea here with NAT is that we need to identify a local area for the packet to exist and a global area for the packet to exist. And what we'll do is we will record information of the packet when it's in the local network. We'll manipulate the packet header and then send it over to the global network to get sent out. And then we'll reverse the process when it comes back. So local and global are identifying which side of the NAT device that we are talking about. This will prove useful for us because in order to apply NAT, when we're doing dynamic NAT, we need to really have a good understanding of local versus global. Now we're going to start simple here. We're just going to have one single user in our house trying to reach a website out on the public internet. So they're going to try to browse to 203.0.113.100 on port 80, which is some website, and my source IP address is 10.0.0.10. And we've established that if I try to send this message out to the internet and get a reply back, that is going to fail because my source IP address is 10.0.0.10, a private address. So the way that we get NAT to work is before we send the message out to the global network, as it arrives on our firewall and there's a NAT rule to be applied, what we will do is we will record our source IP address and port number as the inside local address, meaning this is our source IP address on the local side of our NAT translation. We're also going to record our outside local address. This is our destination IP address when the packet is in our local side of NAT. All right, so when it's in the local network, before it moves out to the global network, we record the inside local and the outside local addresses. Now, before we send that message out to the global internet, we need to record some more information and we need to change our source IP address so that we can get out to the public internet. So we're going to apply our NAT rules here. We're going to grab the public IP address from the outside interface of our firewall, which in this case is 198.51.100.10. We're going to record that in our NAT table as our new inside global IP address. So when the packet is on the global side of the network, the source IP address is going to be that public IP. So we change our packet header. Before we forward that message on, we need to record our outside global address, which is again our destination address. Now we can forward that message out to the internet. The website processes it, returns it back to our home network. Now the destination address is 198.51.100.10. We look up in our NAT table. This is our inside global address. We can then move our packet to the inside of our network. We can examine our NAT table, see that the destination needs to be translated back to our inside local address. So we translate from 198.51.100.10 back to 10.0.0.10. Now I can forward my message on to my workstation and I get the website. So much like we're keeping the state of the TCP session in our TCP state table, with NAT, we're keeping a network address translation table that maps what our local packet looks like, maps what our global packet looks like, and then allows us to translate between one and the other.